Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm happy to share something special with you. A custom NuGet package I've developed for Blazor that simplifies the validation of edit forms when the page initializes. If you are a Blazor developer looking to streamline your form validation process, you are definitely going to find this package incredibly useful. Stick around as I walk you through how it works, why I created it, and how you can start using it in your own project. Now let's dive into the heart of this package. The main goal of this NuGet package here is to ensure that your edit forms are validated as soon as the page loads, saving you the hassle of manually triggering validation. So whether you are working on a complex forms with multiple fields or simple input form, this package integrates seamlessly with your Blazor project to provide immediate feedback to users, enhancing the overall user experience and also improving the code as well. I'll be showing you step-by-step guide on how to install the package, integrate it in your project, and configure it to fit your specific needs. So let's get started. I have Blazor WebAssembly project created, and that is what you see on the screen. The very first thing that you need to do here is install the package. It's quite simple. Simple package with simple steps to follow. So let's install this package. In order to do that, right click on dependencies and I'll go to manage NuGet packages. In there, you can search for Netcode-Hub so you can get the specific package that you want. So type in Netcode-Hub. And all my packages start with Netcode-Hub. So as soon as you start from Netcode-Hub, you're going to have a look of all my packages. Okay. Now we have the package that I just created is the on-page load validation. So netcode-hub.packages.component.onPage load validation. So click on this and I install this package. So once you're done with it, that's quite simple. You don't need to register any service. You can start using this package now. Let's go to the solution and let's go to our page in here. And now in that, we're going to create a simple edit form. But before we do that, you want to create a simple class that can use as a model, as an edit form model. So down here in the edit or in the home page, I'm going to have the code section, and in that let's have a class of product, and on the product here you can see we are adding this data annotations attribute. Now this is actually going to sit for validation. Good, so we add this in here. I think we should add it to using yes. So you can see we have just an ID, name, quantity, and now description, and each we have required attributes specified on top. Aside from that, we have the range for numbers and also the min length and the maximum length for text as well. Now let's go in there and now use this form. So I have divided it into three sections. The first section here is talking about using the default Blazor component. So how do you do that? Let's see. First, let me just have the UI. Now this is very simple. You see we are using this an edit form, and now we are using this data annotations. Now with this data annotations, what that we're going to do here is we want to enforce the validation as soon as the page loads. So in that, let me just comment this for now. Okay, so we have just an edit form and we need to create an instance of this product so we can be using it as a model. So on this side, I have this product and it's known as a product model. So this product model is what you're using it in here. And now if I click on, when everything is working and I click on save, let's have a method which does nothing, but actually is going to, save this to database or whatever thing that you want to do with it. You can keep do that in there. Alright, so we have save product and now that's what we have in here. Okay, now the next thing we're going to do here is we're going to run this application and see, because here you can see we have this validation summary to get or display any error attached to this input component, and we have it against each of the component that has been stated in here. We have save, which has a type of submit, and I believe you know this from the Blazor background, isn't it? So let's run this and check it out first. So you see, this is the default one. We are not implementing the page load validation for now, unless we click on the button before this page starts validating itself. Let's see. So the app is ready. So that's the default Blazor component. Now if I click on this, you see we set this name as minimum length is 5, but now I could type any number at all unless I click on the mouse. Let's say that's an off. Let's see, I type in here and I'll leave this empty. Now click on save before this can validate. And now here you can see from the name section we have it as 5. If I type in 3, so what's going to happen? Yes. So if I click somewhere, that is where then the text box loses its focus. That is where the validation starts to take place. Now you can see we have them in here. So how do we do this? How do we, let's say if I pass a number like this, how do I enforce it when the page loads like this? So if I reload the page, how do I make sure that this page, I have the validation taken in place? That is what you need to use this package. So once you have this edit form created, the next thing you need to do here is very simple. Integrate or use the package in there like this. So use the package like this, and now here it is coming from the namespace of this. So include the namespace, and that is all. That is all that you need to do. Just add the package in your edit form, and that is it. Now if I refresh this, let's see. As soon as the page initializes, it's going to enforce the validation. And let's see what's going to happen. So as soon as you can see, as soon as the page loads, you can see we have the form being validated, right? But this package is more powerful when you combine another package to this. And it is also a package that I created. And that is on input validation. So let's see. We are saying that this name here field is required. But the minimum is 5. But as soon as I type in just only a character, I can click on this, and before that I can have what? The length here. So the validation takes place after the component loses its focus. Now, in case I want to make it validate once I type, so progressive validation, how do I do that? You don't need to worry about it. I have another package that I created, and this also helps you to do it. Progressive validation. So once you type, it does the validation nicely for you. And you can also specify whether to use the default Blazor component or to use a floating component. Let's install this package also, and I'll show you what magic this package can do to help you. Go to the solution, and now from your dependencies, right click on the same thing, but before that you need to stop this application. Then from the NuGet, you can see we need to install this package. Validations, so netcode-hub.packages.components.validations. So install this package as well. Good. So now let's go back to the home page in here. And now when we come here, we need to create this. Now I have simplified this component. Okay, I have simplified that. And now in the simplification, that is what I did for that. Let's say I have a very simple edit form for a floating component, and now in that you are using Netcode-Hub component, which inherit from the base component Blazor has. So we have this, and this is coming from Netcode-Hub packages. So we are also adding the same validation here. Now with this floating component, we need to include the package that we installed now as on input. And now let's create an instance of this product, and now let's make it as product 2. So we have it in here, so we can get rid of this error. Now you can see from here, when you check this floating component, and I want to check this, you see this is what? This is less code, right? But this is powerful than what you see in here. Let's give it a try and now check it out. So let's run this and I'll have a look. Alright, so let's check it out. Now you can see that both EditForm started the validation as soon as the page initializes, isn't it? Good, but let's see. So here we are saying that the minimum is supposed to be 5. If I type in 1, nothing happens unless this component loses its focus before the validation takes place. Now let's see this powerful one. And now here, if I type in F, see what happens. We see initially or instantly, we have the validation being taken place. Now let's see. From this quantity, if I clear this, we see we have it. And passing some number in here, we still have it. So we see that here it's also a floating component, which has the label and now the value in here. As soon as you start to type, the validation takes place. Good. So that is the way to do that. If you want to also use another component which has the label and now the component but also support this progressive validation, yes, I got you covered. I still have one in there and you can use that as well. Now let's create an instance of this product and make it as product 3 in here. And now down here, let's also use this component. This is coming from Netcode-Hub, the same package that you installed. You have it in here. This is a floating component. It has label and now the test. Now you can see we have test, we have number, we have test area. And now with this, we have this component also added, and that is a page load component that I just introduced you. Okay, so when you run this too, it's also going to have the same view as a label and now the component. But with this input, it's going to support progressive validation. As soon as you type, it does the validation for you. So it is not like the default one by the Blazor or the ASP.NET Core team. So let's wait and see. Alright, so it is also ready. Now this is taking place. Validation has taken place already. Now type in and you can see it also doing the validation. So here we have the component, we have the label. We have the label, then we have the component. So that is a quick overview of my Blazor NuGet package for validating edit forms on page initialization and also progressive validation. I hope you found this introduction helpful and that it has inspired you to give this package a try in your own Blazor project. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more exciting content on Blazor and other web development topics. Thanks for watching and happy coding!